Hello, everyone. I hope everyone had a greght week. For those of you who don't know me in the server, my name is Kale. I am doing the Devo this week. I'm currently, for those of you who do know me, I'm not home in Whittier. I am home in Northern California with my family. In spirit of that, I wanted to pick a verse that we all know and might seem overused and stuff, but my brother would lead this verse with every season of football, and it's because it applies to sports very heavily, but also to other parts of life, which is why I want to talk about it. And that is Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Before I talk about that, I want to read some of the verses that surround that in the same exact chapter. Let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Do not forsake your friend or a friend of your family, and do not go to your relative's house when disaster strikes you. Better a neighbor nearby than a relative far away. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger, hold it in pledge if it is done for an outsider. The one who guards a fig tree will eat its fruit, and whoever protects their master will be honored. As water reflects the face, so one's life reflects the heart. Though you grind a fool in a mortar, grinding them like grain with a pestle, you will not remove their folly from them. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. One who is full loathes honey from the comb, but to the hungry even what is bitter tastes sweet. Like a bird that flees its nest is anyone who flees from home. Now, I know these all are small lessons given to a bunch of people about different things, but the general point and general thing that's important is God made us communal beings. And so we, as communal beings, need to be in community. We need to go to one another. And this just says it in different ways about the flock, leadership, with family versus a neighbor, spreading that community, going to those nearby, even if you don't know them, trusting in God that that community will still be there just as strongly as a family member. And with that, we should be striving to create that family in those we don't know. So these are huge things, but obviously it all comes back to verse 17. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Obviously, we think of that as just encouragement. You got this, you can do it, come on. No, I'm going to tell you a story of my brother. And this is a way you sharpen a man. In the same way as you can grind a fool in a mortar or grinding them like grain with a pestle, you will not remove the folly from them. Sadly, this is the case. My brother won football game. He was very passionate about football. That was his escape. My brother has severe dyslexia. Education was his strong suit. So sports were his way to release that anger and frustration and upsetness. And so there was a game where there was a cocky player on his team who was getting frustrated because they were losing, and he took his helmet off and stormed off, and my brother walked up to him and yelled in his face and said, "Are you done? Are you done?" And the guy went, wide-eyed and said, "No." And my brother said, "Then put your helmet back on or get off my field." I know this seems destructive, but we must call out one another. One way we show that is we call out one another. Now, sadly, this person never fully grew, but they put their helmet back on and they played the rest of that game. And that was good enough for my brother at the time. In other ways, what we think is destructive, it's criticism. We need to be criticized. We need to be told when we're doing wrong. And then in other ways, it is encouragement or tips or pointers. Hey, follow through a little more. Hey, you gotta work a little harder. Hey, you're doing good, but this is just like missing. Or just straight up, encouragement. Great job on that. Dude, you're killing it. I'm so happy you got that promotion. There's multiple ways we can go about it. There's multiple ways we can see it. But iron sharpens iron. We need to sharpen one another. And with that, know this. In the same way as taking the log out of your own eye before getting the thorn out of another, realize yourself that you also need to be criticized, critiqued, improved. These are important things to know. Iron sharpens iron. You're sharpening one another. I'll go to someone and I'll give them pointers and stuff, but in the same way, they might come back to me a week later of a completely different topic and say, "Hey, you're really falling short in this, and I want you to be better in it." That's important. That's important. We can add to our arsenal. We could bring in more people that we could teach to, but also we need to know that we need to be taught to ourselves. That's what's great about this verse. It's not just one directional. It's both ways. And it's broad because it's not saying there's an exact way to do it or there's an exact thing that is sharpening someone. All these other verses talk about that. Leadership sharpens people. Understanding some people, at the end of the day, if you sharpen them and you pour into them, they might not accept it. They might still dulling their blade. And that's okay. These are important things we need to understand. Going into this week, I want to challenge others and myself. Hey, let someone know how they can be sharpened, but also accept what they tell you. Because I know there's things that I need to work on. Trust me, probably this weekend while I'm with my family, they're going to tell me. So know that. If someone says something to you of, hey, you really need to work on this, take that. Let them know that is them sharpening you. Let's sharpen one another in this server. Let's grow in this server. Let's engage. Let's go to stuff. And with that, when we go with the mindset of, I am looking to be better. I'm not looking just to have fun at pickup or enjoy Naruto or go to a fun hike at Drain Gang. Let's know that these are all opportunities to grow in something and grow in ways we might not know. So with that, I hope that you all continue to sharpen me as I know you have been, and thank you for that. And I hope that I can continue to sharpen you.